Welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited that you're here. Thank you for clicking on my video. I don't have anything planned to talk about today, but I was sharing today with a colleague, why this is so important to me and what I'm doing with Grief Inspired and what I really hope to accomplish. And it got me really excited, and it made me realize that this is so critically important to me, and that the message that I want to get out to the world and to you directly if you're watching this video is that if you are grieving, I totally get what a hard time this is. And what you're going through may seem like there's no way out. Like there isn't anything that you can do, like you're lost and you're a victim and this is just happening to you and you have no control and it's painful and you wish the pain could stop and you wish you had your loved one back. I personally get it. And what's so important, and the one thing that I want to tell you if you are grieving, is that you are gonna be okay, and that there is hope. And it may feel like you're never gonna be happy again. It may feel like you're never gonna find joy and that all you see is complete and total darkness. Yes, grief can do that to you, but it doesn't mean that's where you have to stay forever. There's a time and a place to grieve and to hurt and to spend time just being sad. But you can't stay there forever. And eventually, when you get to the point where you tell yourself, I don't want to feel this way anymore. I want to work through this. I want to figure out how to resolve what's going on. That's when Grief Inspired really kicks in. And that's why I'm so passionate about this, because I don't want you to think that you're a victim to this. Even though it feels that way, you're not a victim. There are things that you can do. I want to show you what those are. And there is a path forward. And it's something that may be foreign to you and you've never, experienced. Many of us, when we have deep, deep grief, we've never experienced grief like that before. And because no one talks about it and we don't see death, we don't see grief, and there isn't anyone to tell us how to get through this. There is no manual for grief, not yet, because I'm putting one together, and my next book will be a manual about, the things you need to know, the things that nobody told you. And it's like, it would have been really nice had somebody told me. So for example, one of the things early on is I had lost my child and I was completely devastated, obviously. And then I started to feel better. And maybe that's happened to you. You start to feel better and you think, wow, maybe I'm like through the worst of it. And maybe I'm getting better now. And you get this sense of false hope that everything's going to be okay. But what nobody told me, and probably what no one's told you, is that what's going to happen is you're going to get triggered. Something's going to happen in your life. You're going to hear a song. You're going to see something familiar. Somebody's going to say something to you. You're going to smell something that reminds you of your loved one, and it's going to send you way back. For me, it was into a depression, and I felt devastated because I didn't know that was going to happen. And so the manual that I'm putting together, what I call a manual, is really just full of the things that you need to know as you navigate the grief process, because it's a bit of a black box. I mean, I know it was for me, and I don't believe fundamentally that it should be that way. I feel like there should be things that you can do. There should be somebody to tell you what's going to happen. There should be strategies that you can use to get through some of the darkest days and the hardest times. And there should be somebody that you can reach out to who gets it. And For me, that's what Grief Inspired is I want to give you hope. I want to tell you you're going to be okay, that this feels so bad right now, but you have to hang on and you have to have hope. And I didn't have hope early on, and I wasted literally 2 years of my life walking around like a zombie, sad and depressed, not believing, not even realizing that there were things that I could do to actually figure out what I was feeling and things that would start to make me feel better. And for me, what happened is my life started to change, because that's what happens when you have a significant loss or a significant trauma, because that's what it is. Loss is trauma, and it makes you reevaluate your life. It makes you reevaluate how you're spending your time and the things that are important to you. And it's literally an opportunity to recreate something new, to reevaluate what you're doing with your life, to reevaluate the people you have in your life, and to reevaluate what's really important. And so please don't think of it as something that you just have to get, that you just have to get through. My tagline is do more than survive grief, because you don't have to just survive this. You can come through this, come out the other side with a knowledge and a wisdom and education about yourself and what's important to you. And you can be in a position where you actually have more joy in your life than before your loss. And I know that that can be hard to believe, but that was my situation. I'm devastated that I'm not going to see my son again. And when I think about it, it really, really hurts me. But at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do about it if they're not here. What you can do is you can live the rest of your life because you're still here. And grief is about your life. It's not about the loss. It's about your life. So hang in there. Stick around to my channel. Let me know how I can help. Post a comment below and tell me, what do you need to get through this and how can I help? My name's Catherine McNulty, and I want you to be grief inspired too.